Day one was October 15th, 2010.
Or else it would sound like that L that you were driving at.
RallyCross is basically a new thing in America this year for 2010. It's never been here. It's always been a more European event. So when it did come down here, it just so happened that it was very local in New Jersey. Since my car is four-wheel drive, I just couldn't compete with Travis Pastrana and Tanner Faust and guys that have, you know, an infinite budget and 700 horsepower. I just couldn't compete with that in my stock Subaru. So basically the idea came about at the second RallyCross. A friend of mine I was chatting with him online, and he just joked about it. He goes, you know, why don't you enter the RallyCross? And I'm just like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, you know, I can never compete in it. And then he goes, well, why do you necessarily have to be four-wheel drive?
This entire plan actually transpired much faster than any of us had originally thought. Because, I mean, the idea was thrown about there, and it was actually about a week or two before the second RallyCross that was held, which was, what, October 7th?
Yeah. Beginning of October.
Yeah, the beginning of October. And we decided that we had the means to actually do the full rear-wheel drive conversion.
We had the differential. We have, obviously, with the shop, so we have the knowledge to do it, so we figured, why not?
Before we even take it out on the road, drive it in the air and run it through gears.
Basically, I had a spare center diff from my old car that I always wanted to do a rear-wheel drive conversion, and since we're actually doing it, it was the perfect candidate. So I dug it out of my shed, and then we started the process of actually tearing out and welding it.
The process of welding it starts by removing all the insides from the differential, because you can't have the clutch packs in there or any of the spider gears in there. So after you remove it all, you keep three vital parts, which is the outside case and what the transmission goes into that drives the differential.
The splines for the actual output.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual other half of the shell that went together, and then you just laid a nice thick bead all the way around it, and
hope everything
holds up well.
The thing about welding the center differential is you have to use a very high heat, because it is a hardened steel case, so the high heat necessary to make the high hardness metal pull up.
Well, once we had everything out and apart and welded all back together, in regards to getting it back into the car, you had to take the tail shaft out of the car, remove the linkage, remove the drive shaft, drop the cross member, lower the transmission a bit, take out the 8 bolts or something that was holding in the tail shaft, and then once the tail shaft came out, it came out with 2 more shafts and the center diff all in one piece. So with that, we were able to take out the old center diff, replace it with the now welded center differential, and reverse the process of disassembly.
And voila, you got rear-wheel drive. Yeah. So for more information on the team, photo-by-photo process of us building the rally car, we also have a store where you can buy Map Rally t-shirt and a hoodie. Check us out at www.map-rally.com. And also you can like us on Facebook, Map Rally Team. See you guys.
I think that was awesome.